Hello, my dear children. Children, today we are going to do a topic which you have already done in your previous classes. Yes, we will do nouns. Before we start the nouns, let's have a quick recap. Just look at this picture and count how many nouns you can find in this picture. How many things you can see in this picture. Can you name them? Yes, there are so many things. We can see a window, we can see a moon, stars, we can also see shoes at the side. We can see a girl standing near the table, a book on the table. Then we can also see socks under the table, a cupboard behind the girl with so many books. Then we can see a cupboard with so many clothes and so many things we can see in this picture. So, all the things which we see all around us are the nouns. We can say that words that used to name a person, place, thing, or idea. They are the nouns. Now, let's read the definition of noun. A noun can be defined as a word used to name a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. Let's take this example. Reena and her dog were playing with the ball in the garden. So, children, in this example, the word Reena is the name of a person. Here, Reena is the name of a person. So, this is a noun. Dog. Dog means an animal. So, this is also a noun. When we say ball, this is the name of a thing. And thing is also noun. And when we say garden, garden is the name of a place. So, noun can be defined as a word used to name a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. Here are so many examples which you should read to understand the concept nouns in a better way, like man, Anne, girl, Steve, child, grandma, grandpa. All these are the examples of person. Then places, Paris, city, school, home, Asia, space, kitchen. All these are the examples of place. Then we can say so many animals like dog, cat, whale, lion, bee, bull, lizard. All these are the names of the animals, and animals are also the nouns. Now we can see so many things around us like book, pencil, apple, flower, disease, shoe, cap. All these things are also known as nouns. So we can say that a noun is a person, place, animal, thing, or idea. I hope children you understand what do we mean by the nouns. Now let's learn about the important kinds of the nouns. First are the common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns are the names given in common to all people, places, or things. Or we can say that common nouns refer to a class of people, places, animal, or objects such as boy. Boy is the name given commonly to all the boys. We are not talking about particular boy only. Then flower, all the flowers. That means this is a common noun. Lake, any lake in the world. School, any school in the city or in the world. So all these are the common nouns. And proper nouns are the name of a particular person. When we say boy, that is common noun. But when we say Nitin, that is, we are talking about only Nitin. That is a proper noun. So, proper noun is the name of a particular person, place, animal, or thing. When we say lake, it means any lake in the world. But when we say Dal Lake, it means we want to talk about the specific lake which and whose name is Dal Lake only. When we say school, then it means any school in the city. So that is the common noun. But when we say St. Xavier's, then St. Xavier's means our school, specifically, particularly St. Xavier's only. So here are the examples through which you can understand the concept of common nouns and proper nouns in a better way. Like when we say city, any city, but when we say New York, that means we want to tell something about the particular city, New York only. When we say girl, that means any girl. But when we say Kate, it means we want to talk about only that girl whose name is Kate. Teacher. Then here it means any teacher in the school. But when we say Miss Smith, it means there is something which we want to tell about Miss Smith only. That relates to Miss Smith only. Then store. There may be so many departmental stores in the city. But when we say I want to go to Walmart, then it means we are talking about that particular store whose name is Walmart. Drink. I like to drink cold drinks. Here means any cold drink. No? But when I say I like Coke, then we are talking about specifically about Coke only. Country. I like to visit any foreign country. Then here any we are saying we are not talking about any particular country, but when we say I want to visit Mexico, then we are sure that we are talking about only one city, that is Mexico. So this is the proper noun. Children, I hope you understood the difference between common and proper nouns. Children, there are few things which you should remember. As common nouns are common names of persons, things, places, animals, or events. So they start with a small letter. But proper nouns are specific names of persons, particular names of persons, things, places, animals, and events. So they always start with a capital letter. It's very important that you should remember that proper nouns, the names of any person, thing, places, and animals should always start with capital letter. The next type is collective nouns. Collective noun is the word used to represent a group of people, animal, or things. It refers to a group of persons, places, animals, and object as a single unit. Like when we say bunch of grapes, choir of singers means a group of singers, like flock of birds. Here, flock represents the group of birds. Here are few examples which you should learn. So let's read out and try to learn maximum these collective nouns. First is a pride of lions. Pride is the collective noun used for lions. Flight of steps, an army of ants, a class of pupils, a swarm of bees, a brood of chicks, a string of pearls, a gang of thieves, a crowd of people. When you see so many people in the market, we say there was a huge crowd. So, crowd is the collective noun to represent so many people. A school of fish, a pack of carts, a herd of cattle, a clump of trees. Clump of trees means so many trees at one place. A pack of wolves, a choir of singers, a sheaf of papers, a litter of puppies, a troop of dancers. So, children, all these words are the collective nouns. The next is the abstract nouns. Children, now, abstract nouns are the nouns that cannot be touched or seen, but they show the emotions, ideas, and qualities. Like in this picture, you can see love, bravery, friendship, happiness, anger, excitement, talent, childhood, wealth, knowledge. So, all these things we cannot count, we cannot see, but we can feel. These are the emotions, these are the ideas, these are the qualities. We cannot touch, but we can feel. So the abstract nouns are the nouns that cannot be touched or seen, and but they can show the emotions, they can show the ideas, they can show the qualities of a person. Here is the definition of abstract nouns. An abstract noun is the name of some quality, feeling, or idea. We can only think of or feel, but can never touch or see, such as love. We cannot touch love, hatred, wisdom, kindness, honesty, poverty, sincerity, happiness, etc. We cannot see or touch all these things, but we can think of and we can feel also. Like, for example, the baby cried in pain. We cannot measure the pain, we cannot touch the pain, but we can feel it. We can feel the pain of that. Only we can feel that baby is in pain. Honesty is the best policy. Same way, we cannot touch, but we can think of honesty. The next type is material nouns. A material noun is that what refers to a material or substance from which the things are made, such as silver, gold, iron, cotton. So, from all these things like gold, we can make so much of jewelry. Silver also we can use to make so many jewelry and other things. Iron is very useful. We make so many things. Cotton is also used for so many things. So, the material or the substance which is used to make other things, that is known as the material noun. So let's read out the definition of material nouns. The nouns that denotes the name of a matter, substance as a whole is called a material noun. Like gold is precious. We are talking about the metal gold. Milk is nutritious. Iron is very useful metal. So all these are the gold, milk, iron, all these are the examples of material nouns. The next is countable and uncountable nouns. As you can judge from the name only, countable nouns are the nouns which can be counted, like book. We can count the book. There is one book, there are two books, or many books, etc. And to change the countable noun, singular countable noun into plural, we add s, es, ies, etc. to make it plural. Children, we will learn about singular and plural nouns in the next video in detail. Next is the uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, the nouns which cannot be counted, like tea, sugar, water, air, rice, work, sand, coffee, etc. We cannot count all these nouns. Children, remember the uncountable nouns do not have a plural form. We never say tea, teas. Tea remain the same. We do not have a plural form of uncountable nouns. From here, you can have the better knowledge of this uncountable nouns like gas, subject, idea or feeling, then material noun wood. We cannot count the material because we are talking about as a whole material. Then name of any disease or medical condition, things made of small pieces like rice, sugar, a group of similar things like fruits, then liquid like milk, tea, then snow that occurs naturally, then any sport or game. So, all these are the examples of uncountable nouns. The next kind is possessive noun. Possession means belonging. So, the possessive form of a noun express the ownership or belonging. For example, this is Lina's bike. She is Priya's mother. This is my children's room. So here all these things shows the belongingness. In possessive form, we add an apostrophe and s after a noun to make it its possessive form. The possessive of a plural form is formed in two ways. The first is by adding apostrophe. If the word ends in s, for example, students, here the word students ends in s. The last letter in this word students is the letter s. So we will put only apostrophe. And In the second example, in children's, the second example is children's toys. Here the word children, the last letter in this word is N. So here we will add apostrophe and S, children's toys. So if a word ends with S, we only put only apostrophe, and when a word ends, does not end with S, then we add apostrophe S. Children, remember, we use the possessive S or apostrophe S form of nouns in relation to people and mostly animals. It is not used for nouns that name things. Like we can say the girl's dress. Here we are talking about the dress of the girl. So we will say the girl's dress. We will put apostrophe S with the noun girl. But we will not say the book's color because book is the thing. So in this case, we will say the color of the book. So remember that we use possessive form in the possessive form of the nouns in relation to people and not in relation to the things. So children, today we have learnt about nouns and different kinds of nouns. I hope you understood the things properly. Have a nice day, children.